So this is in continuation with the previous slide, okay, or the previous video lecture. I've tried making this video lecture into chunks so that it becomes easier, okay, and it doesn't consume much of time to upload in the group or in the Google Classroom, okay, and the examples that I have taken, okay, examples that I have taken is the first example that we have discussed earlier, and this is the second example. However, there are several types of other statements, like using loop, using if else statement, okay. So those example you can either check it online, or I would provide you with the PDF file of it, and later I'll send it in the WhatsApp group. Okay, so moving on to the next statement, that is the statement as provided in this slide, that is a equals to minus c into b plus minus c into d. Okay, now I need to convert it into the intermediate representation using 3 address code. Okay, as we have already discussed earlier, that it in 3 address code I can either use a symbolic label to represent it, or I can use a position number to represent it. Okay, so we have done it using both here. Okay, so you can either use one of the following. Okay, and also there were certain things that we had discussed earlier, that is, in when a statement is given that comprises of LHS and the RHS, the RHS cannot have more than one arithmetic operator. Okay, so when the RHS cannot have more than one arithmetic operator, it can have at most one operator. So what we need to do is we need to break it into chunks and store it using the introduction of temporary variable. That's what we have done it here as well. Okay, so minus c, okay, minus is one arithmetic operator. Okay, so we need to assign minus c to some temporary variable. That is what I have done in the first line, t1 equals to minus c. Okay, now b into t1, okay, b into t1, or let's say t1 into b, okay, which means nothing but minus c into b. Okay, so this is stored in another temporary variable, that is t2. Similarly, t3 is equals to minus c. Okay, and d into t3 is stored in another temporary variable, that is t. Okay, I think I was supposed to make it t4, however it doesn't make any difference, so I have used another temporary variable, that is t. Okay, d into t3. Similarly, t5 is nothing but t2 plus t. Okay, what is t2? T2 is b into t1, t1 is minus c, okay, and t is d into t3. Okay, finally this entire t5, which is nothing but minus c into b plus minus c into d, is assigned to the variable a, which is there in the original statement. Now the same thing I have represented it using a position number. So a position number is introduced at each line of the expression that has been generated by introduction of a temporary variable. And the main reason for the position number is later on, when we have a statement like if else statement, or a looping statement, or a go to statement, or a switch statement, it would be very easier for us to navigate from one point to another. That's the main reason of using the position number. Okay, and later on we can even check it out that whenever we have a go to statement, okay, or whenever we have a for statement where I need to execute one part of the program, exclude the some part of the program, and navigate from one point to another, we will be introducing a symbolic label, that is L1, L2, and then use a statement like go to in order to make a forward or a backward jump. Okay, so we will discuss those examples. I would just be providing you with the notes. Okay, I think that would be more than enough. Okay, now moving on to the three technique, that is quadruple, triples, and indirect triples. Okay, now the code that is generated by 3 address code can be further represented, okay, using quadruple, triples, and indirect triples. Okay, now why do we require to represent 3 address code again? Okay, because data structure representation, if at all we require to represent it using quadruple, triples, and indirect triples. Okay, now what has already happened? A statement or an expression is given as an input to the intermediate code generation phase. The intermediate code generation phase makes use of 3 address code to convert it into IR. intermediate representation. However, if I want that intermediate representation that has been generated using 3 address code, okay, 3 address code to be further translated into a representation that shows the data structure representation, I would be using a quadruple, triples and indirect triples method. Okay, now the first method is quadruple. Now this particular representation or quadruple has 4 fields, that is OP, that is the operator, second is the argument 1, second is third is the argument 2, and finally the result. Okay, OP field, as I've already said, it's an operator. ARG1 and ARG2 are the arguments of the expression, and result basically comprises of the temporary variables wherein the arguments and the operators combinations are stored. Okay, now taking into example of this 3 address code which we have discussed earlier. Okay, and here one thing I would like to add is, I think in the slides that I had provided, the example was something else. Okay, I have tried changing this example. The main reason for me changing this particular example and then making the video out of it is because this particular example I had taken into consider because now the same example or the IR representation I have taken in order for the representation using quadruple, triples and indirect triples. Okay, if you remember, this is the example, this is the previous example, that is T1 equals to minus C, T2 equals to B plus T1 and so on. Okay, the only difference is minus C I have represented it using the arithmetic operator. Here I have used it using minus C. Okay, that anything would work. Okay, now the same previous example I have taken. Okay, now we can say that this is the expression. Okay, this is the expression. Now this expression has been converted into intermediate code using symbolic level mechanism. Okay, now this particular intermediate code that has been converted using the 3 address code. Okay, one technique of symbolic level, one of the technique of 3 address code is further taken into account. Okay, is further taken into account. Okay, now this particular 3 address code is taken into account. Now it would be further converted using quadruples, triples and indirect triple. Okay, this is not a conversion. Quadruple, triples and indirect triples are not a conversion, but it is just a representation of the IR code. Okay, representation. Okay, as I've told you that quadruple comprises of 4 fields, that is operator, 2 arguments and the result. Okay, now it is how it is represented. Okay, operator, argument 1, argument 2 and result are the column header. Okay, and in the rows what we'll have is, we'll have the line number, that is 0 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, line number basically refers to the number of statements that are there in the 3 address code. Okay, so you can start we start off with 0 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, total we have 6 statements that is there in the intermediate code, or 6 lines in the intermediate representation. Okay, now the same thing I have represented, that is T1 equals to minus C. Okay, what is the operator here? Operator here is minus, argument 1 is C, and what is the result? Result is stored in T1. Okay, similarly T2 equals to B into T1. So what is the operator here? Into is the operator, asterisk is the operator, B and T1 are 2 arguments and result is stored in T2. Similarly T3 equals to minus C. Okay, T3 is the result, where the variable wherein the result is stored, C is the argument and operator is minus. Okay, similarly we have T4 equals to B into T3. Okay, T4 equals to B into T3. B and T3 are argument 1 and argument 2, asterisk is the operator, and the T4 is the variable where the result is stored. Okay, and next is we have T2 plus T4. T2, T4 are the argument 1 and argument 2 respectively, plus is the operator, and T5 is the variable where the result is stored. And similarly A equals to T5, equals to is the operator. Okay, and T5 is the what you call, okay, T5 is the argument. Okay, and it's in line number, and A is the result. Okay, and one more thing here is, in the other statement we have not mentioned equal to operator or the assignment operator. However, in the last statement it is just the assignment operator. We do not have any other operator in that particular regard. We would be specifying the operator here. Okay, so this is how the intermediate representation that has been generated out of 3 address code is further represented, the data structure is represented using the quadruple technique. Okay, the second technique is triple. Okay, second quadruple, triple, and we have indirect triple. Yeah, the second technique is triple. Okay, now this particular representation has only 3 fields. Okay, in the previous case, what we had is we had 4 fields. Okay, this particular representation has only 3 fields. Okay, now what are we basically, what are those 3 fields basically? We have operator, argument 1, and argument 2. Okay, now what is the basic difference between quadruples and triple? Okay, now using triples, we refer to the result by its position rather than the explicit temporary variable name. So here what we were doing, the result we were explicitly mentioning using the temporary variable name. Okay, but here, and this is the number. Okay, or the line number, or what we call it as position number. Okay, now here in this particular triple, what we will do is we would represent it using the position number. Okay, let's see what is there. Okay, so 3 address code I have mentioned in the LHS of this particular this particular slide. We have T1 equals to minus C. Okay, now what is minus? Minus is the operator. Okay, and the C is the what you call the argument 1. Okay, and okay, moving on to the next line. Okay, we have T2 equals to B plus T1. Okay, T2 equals to B into T1. Okay, we have operator is multiplication, argument is B. Okay, wherein the result is, what is the result that has been stored? The result, okay, so you can see it's 0. It's the position number. So what is 0? Okay, the argument 2 is the position number, that is 0. So what is 0? 0 signifies minus C. 0 signifies T1. Okay, so instead of T1, what I have mentioned is, I have mentioned the what you call the position number. Okay, so 0 represents T1 equals to minus 6. Okay, and this second argument is nothing but T1. Yes, so it's B into T1. Okay, B into T1. So B is the first argument, and argument 2 is that particular variable which is there in the position number. Position number 0 comprises of T1 equals to minus C. Okay, fine. And the third one, the next line is minus C. So minus C, we would represent it as it is. Okay, place it as it is. And the next is B into T3. Okay, multiplication is there as an operator, B is there as a first argument, and rather than using the temporary variable, what is T3? T3 is nothing but its representation or its significance, or its what you call the details are provided in line number 2. So instead of argument 2, we have given line number or the position number 2. So it is B into T3. Position number 2 means T3. So B into T3. Okay, similarly 4 we have plus as the argument T2 and T4. Where is T2 represented? T2 is represented is represented by the position number 1. So argument 1 is position number 1. Okay, and argument 2 is T4. T4 is in position number 3. So position number 1 plus position number 3. Okay, which means position number 1 refers to T2 and position number 3 refers to T4. So it's T2 plus T4. Similarly, A equals to T5. Okay, A is the first argument equals to, okay, what is the another argument here? Another argument is nothing but T5, which is explicitly mentioned in the position number 4. So it's position number 4 that is given. Okay, so now the first and the second representation we have discussed. The first representation is the simplified representation where I have 4 components. Okay, 4 fields: operator, argument 1, argument 2, and result. Okay, and the position number or the line number is also provided. Second is, rather than mentioning having several fields, okay, so the argument 2 is substituted by the position number. Okay, and the third one is the indirect triple. Now Okay, in indirect triple, what we will do is this representation consists of listing of pointers to the triple. Okay, just have a look here. What do you understand out of it? In indirect triple, I have given here 3 address code is given the triple. Okay, so from the name itself we can make it out that it has got something related with the triple. That's the reason why I've even mentioned this particular table which was there in the previous slide, and just try to compare it with the just try to relate it with the indirect with the triple. Okay, the out indirect triple. Okay, now indirect triple, what happens? Okay, let's say okay, just check it. Okay, now this is the 3 address code, and if you remember this particular 3 address code, we can given the position, we can also give the position number. Okay, so let's say the position number that is given to this one is 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. Okay, though in the example I've given as 302, 303, and so on, it's, let's say it's 35, 36, 37, 38, and so on. Okay, now indirect triple comprises of 3 columns. Okay, the first column, okay, the first column represents, okay, the position number, okay, or the position number which is given to the 3 address code using the position number technique. Okay, position number method of 3 address code, that is 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Okay, the position number. Okay, let me again show it to you. Okay, this one using position number, this we have a 3 address code, no, 307, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so here instead of 307, so it could be any random number, so it's 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. So that is the first column. Okay, and the second column is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is nothing but the line number of the triple or quadruple, okay, of those particular representation that we would be making, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I have another column. Okay, another column. Okay, so now what does it exactly means? Okay, it means that 35, okay, line number 0, 35, that is the position number, okay, of the 3 address code, okay, of line number 0, okay, in it basically refers to line number 0. Okay, okay, is it fine or you're not understanding? Indirect triple is basically a listing of pointers to a triple. Okay, listing of pointers to a triple, which means that 35, which was the position number, and 0, 1, 2 is the position number of the position number of the triple. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, position number of the triple. Okay, and or rather we can say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the position number or the line number of the instruction. Okay, now we are saying that this 35 basically refers to line number 0. Okay, this 35, okay, this 35, which was the position number of the 3 address code, basically refers to the line number 0 of the triple. Okay, what is line number 0 of the triple? Line number 0 of the triple means minus C. Okay, and this 36, which refers to the line number 1 of the triple. What is line number 1 of the triple? Line number 1 of the triple refers to B into the temporary variable which is there in line number 0, that is 0. That is T1. Okay, so B into T1. So 37 refers to the line number 2 of the triple. Line number 2 of the triple is minus C. Okay, 38 refers to line number 3 of the triple. Okay, line number 3 of the triple means, okay, what is line number 3 of the triple is B into that particular temporary variable which is referred in the line number 2. What is line number 2? The temporary variable is T3. Okay, and this particular 39 refers to 4. Okay, what is 4? 4 is whatever is there in line number 1 and line number 3, the summation of that. Line number 1 and line number 3 refers to which variable? It refers to T1 and T4. How do I know whether it refers to T1 and T4? Okay, so again I have to refer to the quadruple T1 and T4. What is it? Line number 1 and 4, it is T1 and T4. Okay, line number 0 and 3, it is T1 and T4. 64. Okay, now what it basically means is using the position number of the quadruple and using the line number of the triple. Okay, we are trying to list the pointer. Okay, now what is the third column here that has been separately mentioned is here, this we are trying to relate it. Okay, now this one refers to the line number of the indirect triple. Okay, now this is line number 0, line number 1, line number 2, line number 3, line number 4 and line number 5. Okay, that is position number 35 of 3 address code, which is directly pointing to okay, line number 0 of the triple. Okay, which is nothing but the line number 0 of the indirect triple. Okay, now this is the final listing that has been done. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 is the exact line number which is there of the triple. Okay, now this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the of this particular second column refers to the values of the triple, which again is nothing but it has an indirect link with the quadruple. Okay, because in the quadruple initially we have specified what exactly we mean by 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, so that is why it is known as listing of the pointer to the triple, listing of the pointers to the triple. Okay, so we do not have a direct relationship, but using the previous representation. Okay, so indirect listing is done in the in this particular indirect triple. Okay, so that's all in this particular topic. Okay, so we will be discussing about code optimization and target code generation in the next video.